embarrassing situation over and over in your head, well, the truth is it's just in your head, because embarrassment is just a feeling and you have the power to control it and to decide if it's embarrassing or if it's just a random moment in your life. So in this video, we're going to talk about why embarrassment is just a feeling, how you can overcome that feeling, and how to respond to it. So welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video, and let's get right into it. Okay, so in the first section, we're going to talk about what is embarrassment. So let's define it first. It's an emotional response where you reacted differently than other people, or when a mistake in front of others, when you make a mistake in front of others. It's very close to the fear of judgment and to desire to be accepted. Well, most of the people are busy with their own problems, so they rarely notice when you do something differently. So it's really all just in your head. Think of it that way. When you see something strange in public, for example, somebody is wearing something you never saw before, and you think, huh, what is this person wearing? But 2 seconds later, they're out of your mind. They're gone. You may gonna look at them and you're gonna think that thought, but after that, after they left the train, after you left the train, for example, that thought is gone and you're too busy thinking about your own life. And that's how everyone does it, because, as I said, everyone is very busy with their own time, with their own schedule, and with their own stuff. And now you may ask yourself, but why do I feel embarrassed? Why do I have these thoughts? Why do I think like this? And as you said, it's mostly a thought. And that thought leads to more thoughts. So you tend to overthink and assuming what other people think about you, even though that girl over there just looked at you because she admired the way you dress. You never know what other people think, so you're just assuming the worst, and that leads to embarrassing moments. But when you dwell on that feeling, it will only give you energy to the wrong places, and you won't have more energy for the things that matter. And now I'm gonna give you some tips on how you can overcome that feeling of embarrassment. So, first of all, reframe the situation. If you feel like, oh no, this is embarrassing, then ask yourself, wait, will this matter in a year from now? Because let's be honest, mostly it doesn't. For example, if you are in a restaurant and you spill a bit of water, will it matter in a year? Will you remember that situation in a year? Probably not. So why worrying about it? Why worry about something that you forget a year later? That is really what helped me overcome the feeling of embarrassment. And even if something happens in public to me, I tend to think, oh, this is embarrassing, but then I'm like, wait, no, nobody cares. So let's just move on. So that is what really helped me. And what you also can do is laugh at yourself, because most of the times it's just because you're a bit silly or you tend to be a bit fast moving and so you throw stuff away, for example. But in the end, that's you. So why not just laugh at yourself? I'm not saying you should laugh yourself that is uncomfortable, but just look at it in a funny way. Example, as you said, as I said, as an example, the glass of water in a restaurant, when you spill it, and then you're gonna see it as funny because now you need to go change your pants, or now you need to go buy new pants, for example. So that's also a really good point. And the other thing is practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that everybody makes mistakes because it's human. And so really remind yourself of that, because nobody needs to be perfect. That's just something that's in our heads, but nobody can be perfect. That's not possible. That's not human. You're not a robot, you're human. And replace the negative thoughts. As I said, when you feel like, oh no, this is embarrassing, then change that thought. Notice it and change it and be like, no, wait, Nobody cares. This is not embarrassing. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay that I have that thought, but it doesn't matter. So that's also a really good point. And the next part is you should focus on growth. Because let's be honest, mostly when the embarrassing situations are big situations, we learn from it. So take the learning from it and move on. Because as I said, in a year from now, the embarrassing moment is gone, but the learning that you took from it will stay. And remember, as I said, embarrassment is a feeling that you can control. So take the power and control it. I know it sounds so easy, but with these tips, that was what really helped me. I also, it wasn't like an embarrassing moment, but it was a moment that I maybe wouldn't have done it a year ago. And it's the moment where I went bowling with my friends the other weekend, and we had the idea to kind of like do these funny poses. And when my friend suggested that, my third thought was, no, I don't want to do that, it's too embarrassing. But then I immediately realized, wait, no, because the other people around, there were, the whole bowling stuff was full, so everything was around, all the people were around us. But then I was like, wait, the other people, they don't care. So I just thought, no, you're just gonna do this. And it was the funniest thing ever. We threw between our legs, and in the end we did some crazy poses. So that was really funny. And the people next to us, we heard them whisper to each other like, oh my god, look at these people that do like the funny poses. And it was just, I think it was just so funny. And I think that situation proved to me that I can do that stuff in public now, which I maybe haven't been able to do it a year ago or 2 years from now. And thanks to that, my friends and I have now a memory that will stick into our heads forever. So that's really a big thing for me that recently happened. Okay, let's get into the summary of today's video. So first, the first point is you can reframe the situation. Will it matter in a year? As I said, really keep that in your mind because that will really help you get rid of this embarrassment feeling. And laugh at yourself and see it as a funny part of your life. Then practice self compassion because everybody makes mistakes. Guess what? It's human. So really don't don't hate yourself for an embarrassing moment. Or also just when you make a mistake in the presentation at school. You think, oh no, this is so embarrassing. But do you notice the mistake from the other people when they present their stuff? I don't think so. So it really doesn't matter. And have some self compassion. Challenge the negative thoughts and just put away what others think because it doesn't matter. As I said, they will all forget about you in 2 seconds when they leave that train, for example. And the last thing is you can use the embarrassing moments to grow because every embarrassing moment has sometimes a learning from it. As I told my story before about the bowling, now I learned something about myself. I learned that I can do that stuff in public because I don't care that much what other people think as I did 2 years ago. And that was really a good point for me, and I proved kind of to myself that. So, thank you for watching until this point, and remember, in the end, you can control if you feel embarrassed or not. Because it's really a big thing. The other people, they don't care. So, just do the thing or don't feel embarrassed because everybody has it. Everybody feels embarrassed, but in the end, you don't remember their mistakes. So, thank you for watching until this point, and I would really like to hear about your embarrassing moments and how you dealt with it, or what you plan on doing now in your head when you have an embarrassing moment. Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because a lot of videos are gonna come in the future. So thank you for watching and goodbye.